I'm Mrs. Visalaj, working as a social teacher in Trinity Matriculation High Secondary School, Namakkal. In this session, we are going to see 6th Standard History. Chapter 2, Great Thinkers and New Faiths. Now come to the lesson. Intellectual Awakening. The 6th century BC is regarded as an important period in the history of ancient India. As a landmark period in the intellectual and spiritual development in India. Historian Will Durant has rightly called it the shower of stars. Sources, literary sources. Angus, Jain text. Tripitakas and Jatakas, the Buddhist text. Causes for the rise of intellectual awakening and the birth of Buddhism and Jainism. There were several reasons for the rise of new intellectual awakening. Some of the exploitative practice that pave way for new faiths include the complex rituals and sacrifice advocated in the later Vedic period, expansive sacrifice ceremonies, superstitious belief and practice that confuse the common man. Upanishads thought as alternative to sacrifice rites were too philosophical, which a lay person could not understand. Slavery, caste system, gender, discriminations also contributed to the new awakening. Origin of Jainism. Jainism is one of the world's oldest living religions. Jainism grounds itself in 22 Tirthathankaras. A Tirthankara is the one who relevant religious truth at different times. The first Tirthankara was Rishabha and the last one was Mahavira. Jainism gained prominence under the aegis of Mahavira during the 6th century BC. Mahavira. Vardhamana meaning prosperous was a Kshatriya prince. However, at the age of 30, he renounced his princely status to adopt an ascetic life. He undertook intense meditation. After 12 and a half years of a rigorous penance, Vardhamana attained omniscience or supreme knowledge known as Kaval. Therefore, he became Jain meaning one who conquer worldly pleasure and attachment. His followers are called Jains. Mahavira revived the ancient Shamanic traditions and came up with a new doctrines. Therefore, he is believed to be the real founder of Jainism. Unique teachings of Jainism. Jainism denied God as the creator of universe. Basic philosophy of Jainism is ahimsa or non-violence. Ultimate aim of Jainism is attaining moksha or ending the cycle of birth, death, rebirth. Jains rejected the belief in last judgment, where God, a supreme being, decides who goes to heaven or hell. Jainism advocates that the goodness or quality of one's life is determined by one's karma. Karma means the belief that a person's action in this life determine the quality of his or her later part of the current life. Three Ratnas or three jewels. Mahavira exhorted the threefold path for the attainment of moksha and for the liberation from karma. Right faith, right knowledge, right action. Now, moksha. Moksha is a liberation from the cycle of birth or death. Jain Code of Conduct. Mahavira asked his followers to live a virtuous life. In order to live a life filled with sound morals, he preached five major principles to follow: ahimsa, not to injure any living being; satya, to speak truth; asteya, not to steal; aparigarha, not to own property; brahmacharya, celibacy. Jainism split into two sectors. One is Digambaras and Savatvaras. Digambaras are orthodox and conservative followers. Monks of the Digambara sect do not wear any clothing and living naked. They are forbidden to have any kind of possessions. Digambaras believe that women cannot achieve nirvana or liberation directly. Sivambaras. The Sivambaras are considered progressive. Monks of Sivambaras sect wear white robes. They are permitted to have Rajoharana, being bowl and book. Savambaras believe that women are equally capable of achieving liberation as men. Reasons for the spread of Jainism: use of people's language, intelligible teachings, support from rulers and traders, perseverance of Jain monks. Influence of Jainism in Tamil Nadu. In ancient Tamil literature, Jainism is referred to as a Sangamam. There is a Sangama hill or Samanar Malai 15 kilometers away from Madurai. The images of Tirthatangaras created by Jain monks are found in the hill. It is a protected monument of Archaeological Survey of India. In Attarapatti, a small village 25 km from Madurai, on one side of Kalinjamalai hill, there are a Jain cave called Pandavar Padukai. Pandavar Padukai is a bed of Jain saint. There is a referred to Aravora Palai, place of living from Jain monks in Manimegalai. According to Silapadiharam, when Kovalan and Kannagi were on the way to Madurai, a female Jain monk blessed the couple and accompanied them. Puhar, Urayur, Madurai, Venji, Kanchi, all the Jain monasters. Jina Kanchi, a village in Kanchipuram, was a too ancient Jain temple. This village was once called a Chinna Kanchi. Buddhism. Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha was the founder of Buddhism. His real name was Siddhartha. Like Mahavira, he was also Kshatriya prince belonged to the ruling Shaka dynasty. When Siddhartha was only 7 days old, his mother died. So he was raised by his stepmother Gautami. Four great sights. At the age of 29, Siddhartha saw four sorrowful sights. The first one is an uncared old man in rags with his bent back, and sick man suffering from an incurable disease, a man's crops being carried to the burial ground by weeping relatives, and ascetic enlightenment. Buddha, the awakened and enlightened one, realized that the human life was full of misery and unhappiness. So at the age of 29, he left his palace and became a hermit. He sacrificed 6 years of his life towards Panyag, none other less, deciding that self mortification was not a path to salvation. Buddha sat under a pipal tree and undertook a deep meditation near Gaya. On the 49th day, he finally attained enlightenment. From that moment towards, he was called Buddha or the Enlightened One. He was also known as Sakamuni or Sage of Sakha clan. Buddha's four notable truths. Life is full of sorrow and misery. Desire is a cause of misery. Sorrows and sufferings can be removed by giving up one's desire. The fourth one is the desire can be overcome by following the right path, eightfold path: right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effect, right knowledge, right meditation. The teaching of Lord Buddha were simple and taught in a language which people used for communication. Since the teachings addressed the everyday concern of the people, they could relate to them. He was opposed to rituals and sacrifice. Teachings of Buddha. Buddha's teachings are refers to as a dharma. Buddhism accepted the theory of karma, meaning that the quality of man's life depends on his deed. Buddha neither accepted nor denied the existence of God but believed in the law of universe. Buddha asserted that attaining nirvana is the ultimate aim of life. Buddha advocated ahimsa or non-violence. Buddha had rejected the caste system. The wheel of life represents the Buddhist view of the world. Buddhist Sangha. Buddha laid foundation for the missionary organization called Sangha, meaning association for the propagation of his faith. The members were called bhikshis, that is monks. They lead a life of austerity. Buddhist sects Hinayana and Mahayana. Hinayana did not worship idols or images of Buddha, practiced austerity, believed that salvation of the individual as its goal, used Prakrit language, Hinayana is also known as Theravada. Now, Mahayana worshipped images of Buddha, observed elaborate rituals, believed that salvation of all being as its objective, used the Sanskrit language, spread to Central Asia, Ceylon, Burma, Nepal, Tibet, China, Japan, where middle path was accepted. Causes for the spread of Buddhism. Simplicity of the teachings of Buddha in local language appealed to people. Buddhism rejected elaborate religious customs, whereas the practice of orthodox Vedic religion insisted on expensive rituals and sacrifice. Buddha's emphasis was on observance of dharma. Buddhist sanghas played an important role in spreading the messages of Buddha. Royal patronage under Ashoka, Kanishka, and Harsha also helped the causes of Buddhism. Viharas or the Buddhist monasteries became great center of education. One such center was Nalanda, where Huanshuang, the Chinese pilgrim, studied for many years. Jainism and Buddhism, similarities and dissimilarities. Now, similarities. Both Mahavira and Buddha hailed from royal families, yet they renowned royal privileges and close to adopt an eccentric life, denied the authority of Vedas, taught in the language of the common people, admitted disciplines from all the castes and from both the genders, opposed blood sacrifice, believed in the doctrine of karma, emphasized on right conduct and right knowledge instead of performing religious ceremonials and rituals as the means to achieve salvation. Now, discrimination in Jainism. It follows extreme path. It reminded in India only. It does not believe in the existence of God, but believes life is every living being. Then Buddhism. It follows middle path. It spread across many parts of the world. It emphasized on anatma and anitya. Influence of Buddhism in Tamil Nadu. Buddhism spread to Tamil Nadu much later than Jainism. Manimekalai, one of the epic of the post-Sangam age, is a Buddhist literature. There is an elaborate description about Kanjipuram in classical epic Manimekalai. Kanjipuram was a famous Buddhist center from the Dingaj, the famous Buddhist logician, and Dharmapala, a great scholar of Nalanda University, hailed. Huangshuang, who visited Kanjipuram in the 7th century AD, noticed the presence of 100 feet stupa built by Ashoka there. The Chadaka story. The Chataka was a popular stories about the previous birth and life of Buddha as a human, as an animal. Once upon a time, there lived a woodpecker and lion. One day, the lion hunted a big bison and sat down to eat it. It so happened that while having his meal, a big bone got stuck in the lion's throat. He was not able to remove it and was in great pain. A kind hearted woodpecker offered to help the lion. The woodpecker, however, told the lion that he would only take out the bone if the lion promised not to eat him while removing the bone. The lion gladly agreed and opened his mouth in front of Woodpecker. The woodpecker hopped inside lion's mouth and easily pulled out the bone. The lion kept his promise and let the woodpecker fly away. In this lesson, we saw in the 6th century BC was an important period of the intellectual and spiritual development in India. Jainism was a doctrine developed by 24 Tirthatangaras. Mahavira exhorted the threefold path, that is, a right faith, right knowledge, and right action. Gautama Buddha was the founder of Buddhism. Buddhist teachings are referred to as a dharma. Buddhism crossing the frontiers of Indian subcontinent, but Jainism was confined to India. Basic philosophy of Jainism and Buddhism is ahimsa or non-violence.